Hello and welcome to today's Unity tutorial, where we will be going over a basic enemy AI script that follows the player around. Right now I have a brand new 2D project. There's not really much that's been added to it, except for that we have these basic sprites in here, and then I have a player object that has a player movement script on it. There's a video over how to do this you should see on your screen right now. And then I have just a basic obstacle that has a sprite and a collider on it. That's really all that we have. So right now I'm going to go over into my scripts. I'm going to right click, create mono behavior script, and we'll just name this enemy follow. We'll go ahead and open up this script. And we'll delete what is here from the beginning. And I'm going to copy and paste what I have prepared over, but I'll walk you through everything as we go. First things first, we have some variables that we need to define. We have a public float, which is a number with a decimal point. Follow range equals 3f. The f stands for float. Next we have public float follow speed equals 2f. The follow range is going to determine how far away the enemy needs to be before the enemy starts following the player. And the follow speed is how quickly the enemy follows the player. Next, we have a private transform player. Transforms are the components on objects that determine the position of an object. And then we have a private bool, which is true or false. And we're going to set this to is following, and we're going to set it as false. Next, we need to identify our player. So we're going to have in our start method, void start player equals game object dot find game object with tag player dot transform. Let me explain what these tags mean really quick. I'm gonna hop over into our game here. I'll select my player, and right here underneath the inspector, right underneath its name, it has a tag. I click that drop down. I have an option here for different tags. I can even add my own custom tags if I wanted to. Typically, you're only going to have one player object in your game, but you might have more depending upon how your game is set up. This is just the basics. Let me go back over to our script and we'll continue working on that. Next, we'll have our update method, which runs every frame. We have void update float distance equals vector2 dot distance. So this is just a method that comes with vector2s. Transform.position, which is the position of the object the script is attached to. Player.position, the position of the player. What this is doing is calculating the exact distance between our object and the player object every frame. Next, we have an if the distance is less than or equal to our follow range, which we defined up above, then is following equals true. Else, if distance is greater than follow range times 1.5, this here is a bit of a buffer to allow us to have a bit of a buffer zone where the player might go out of range really quickly, but the enemy's still going to follow them a little bit. And then we're going to set is following to false when they go outside that buffer range. And then if is following, we don't need to do anything else because this is a bool, it's already set to true or false. Follow player, which is a method we haven't defined yet. We'll go ahead and do that now. So down here we have void follow player, which is the same thing we named this up here. Vector2, which is a 2-coordinate number. Direction equals player position minus the position of this object normalized. What normalization does is it takes the current direction and normalizes it to where it has at most a magnitude of 1, and it'll be in the same direction as the current vector. And finally we have transform.position plus equals vector3 direction times follow speed times time.delta time. So this is the direction that we defined here. We'll multiply it by our follow speed, which is 2f, and then the time that's been since it last ran. We'll save that script. We'll go back into our game. We'll right-click in our hierarchy, create empty, and we'll name this enemy. We're going to set our position to -3, 0, 0. And then we'll add a component. We'll do this sprite renderer first. I'm just going to put a very basic sprite on there. It's the same as our player, but I'm going to color it red. And then add component rigid body 2D. I'm going to set the gravity scale to 0. And then I'm going to add another component. It's going to be a polygon collider 2D. I'm just going to confirm that it has all 6 points, and it does. And then finally, add components, enemy follow. You can see here we've got our follow range and our follow speed that we can modify as needed. I'll go into our scene, I'm going to hit play, and then you can see it's immediately following because it's within the 3 range. It'll stop occasionally. If I go and hide behind this box, it'll collide into the box. And if it gets extremely close, it'll also just collide to the player and push the player as well. So that's what a very basic follow script looks like. I do have a more advanced one that I will attach in the comments of this video. I will also make another video on this script if I have enough questions about it in the comments, or if y'all want me to do that, just let me know in the comments below and I'll do that. But I'll just add this basic enemy AI script on here. I'm going to disable the other one. And this script has a lot of different options on here: detection range, follow speed, stop distance, and then also has some patrol options, so it'll automatically go back and forth and patrol. And then it has a state machine. I'm going to set its state to patrol. And then you have this little gizmos toggle where I can toggle off these lines that show the range of those different detections. I'm going to move this to -7, so it's further away from our player when we start. If I go into game and I hit start, you can see if I wait for a moment, it'll start patrolling around. Just go around a little bit and try and find places to go. And then I'm going to walk into it, and it's going to look directly at me and start going towards me. And it'll stop a certain distance away. I can also hide behind this. So this is what's possible with very basic enemy following scripts. If you want me to go over this more advanced script, let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe and check out my other tutorials. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.